morning. It's breakfast morning with Shernard. It's been a while. Gaza, Randy. People look at my shirt more time, Gaza, and I say, Randy, why do your shirt have these patterns? It's a style. It's called
tie and dye.
No, it's me create a new style called
Bleach out.
bleach out.
AKA tie and dye. See Jamaica Good Life Coffee. Please people support the movement. Marcus Garvey. Support the movement.
So now, yeah. So basically, one man, about what? 6 people bought these coffees already. We're gonna put half the proceeds to renovate Marcus Garvey Liberty Hall in Manchester. Coffee's coming from Manchester. Then we're gonna get the castor oil. We're gonna renovate Marcus Garvey Liberty Hall, and a lot of things to be done. So see, you guys, I know sometimes you sit down and wondering, who are these guys? What are they about? Is this mission real? Is Randy? What is Randy? Is a joke? What's this?
The mission is real. No fake. You are real people.
No, this was, them beat this in Manchester, from where I'm from. Angelina coffee. This coffee's in Manchester, the real original. I gave it to a virgin man. The real original, all way grandmother used to do it. Beating at the mortar. So you have to take a little spoon and put it on pot and boil it. This Manchester for Marcus Garvey and for the Jamaica Good Life farmers. So this is our fuel to keep us going. Because we're Garveyites, we're not going to just keep on begging for donations. You see me? Garvey rule is sustain yourself.
Start a product.
This is the beginning. So please contact me at WhatsApp 646-330-9150. That's 646-330-9150. Breakfast morning. Let's do this. So now, what's been going on?
On the movement, so one big shout out, a big shout out to Mr. Neville Brown and Miss Karen Brown. Also to Miss Lena. Big shout out to Eccleston. Condolence to your whole family. Shout out to Miss Jennifer D. Williams and the full of the support and all the rest of the people. Good morning. Hope everybody is safe and sound. So Randy, what's up, Randy?
Traffic, safety, children, highway, bus, accident.
Okay. Randy, you know, in Jamaica, a lot of person. It tragic what happened. Condolence to the person who lose a loved one in the bus. Hope and pray for all the person who injured. Safe recover. Randy, I didn't even have enough thing to say and the issue that happened because I don't fully know what got down. I don't want to go say X is not X. Understand? So I can say, please take time on the road. Please have on a seatbelt. Respect everybody's life, everybody's opinion towards stuff. I want to still shout out condolence to the people who lose a loved one. I cannot tell how I'm feeling because you cannot tell a person pain. So Randy, I always, as on the road, I always tell passenger, please, the child, please put them in a seat. Please pay for them to go in a seat. You're traveling a baby, please carry the baby you call it traveling baby, you call it the car seat. Buckle them on the seat and pay for it.
How much is a car seat? How much is a car seat?
I do not know the estimate of a car seat, how much for it.
Alright, so now,
One person can purchase a car seat.
you see, it's about education.
Yeah.
It seems like most Jamaicans suffer from this mental disability. It seems like the government have to look. This morning, we there beside a brother. Him have him car, him wife, him little baby, and a little youth in front of the car. Me, as a man will come from Brooklyn, me say to him, and he wind down my window. And I said, why you forget the car seat for the baby at the back? I put that one in a seat. Maybe Jamaican life so hard, them just think about hustle money, and now if you go spend money on a car seat is another expense.
You have many people have car seat and many people ignore to have a car seat. And they must say nothing will happen to them. But you cannot tell. You have a little person can get another person can get out of control and run in your vehicle. And your child get damaged. But if you have a car seat, you know, you buckle down, you have the 50-50 in terms. You understand?
So here what we can do, because we are action solutionaries. The family abroad should call the family a yard, because we abroad, we used to this, is the law. If we get catch without it, problem in a brother. So what they want the family abroad to do is to call the family a yard and tell them, say, oh, what going on the baby?
Yeah.
We don't have the car seat, is a boy, so then call the department store
And shift a car seat.
talk to the manager and buy the car seat. And then every time them I drive, it's all the baby. Send me a picture now.
Yeah.
Make sure so them put the car seat in the actual car. We never send you a picture. So it's like we have to support each other. If me see a stranger, you know the African village was all about me and you. It was one family.
Mm-hmm.
So when we left Africa, the family started separating. Remember when them started saying the village is what raised the child?
Yeah.
So me as a man can help raise your child, you know. Can me see if you do something wrong, change and balance states, we can correct you.
I said, do the
Do the right thing, guys. So then if a man have a baby, me not call nobody name, and the man don't know what is the cost of a child's seat. You see, every man of foreign, you see when them say baby hospital, you know the first money we spend on, and not even diaper, you know.
a car seat.
Stroller. Make sure the stroller with the seat. You see me? As a man, you must know what the safety of your child costs. Because even without a house, you can live in a zinc, but you can't live on asphalt on tree. You can't live on asphalt on road with baby when baby flash out of here. Remember we talk about it's the mind in the Gaza.
It's the mindset thing.
And we will focus on in our life, you know. And we as a people, because we get beat so much, stab up, beat up, hurt us, trauma becomes nothing to us. And we pass that traumatic experience what? To our children. So even when the baby born, the mother now hold the baby in her hand. And the husband there drive, and because these are traumatic human beings, you know, Jamaica is a traumatic place, you know, brother. From slavery to poverty, be a trauma to stone a bus man head, you know, normal for me get 7 bus head in my life, you know. Trauma that. You know, normal for a little girl get raped, you know. Trauma that. So when you add up on Jamaica, the reason why they hold on to Jesus so much, because the reason why they hold on to God so much is because it's the only thing where make
them a trauma.
Reduce the trauma. So we as a people are functioning on a traumatic lifestyle where make we forget and can't focus as even man. So you don't know how much a car seat costs. Because you are focused on food for the baby. You don't focus on the baby safety. You have to feed the baby. But we prioritize because we mature and we grow now.
I'm gonna find out how much a car seat.
We need to find out.
I'm gonna purchase a car seat.
You have to have.
And I'm gonna show the world that I purchased a car
You
seat.
need to have a car seat. Yeah. And even the pastor them now tell them say, we can help you subsidize the car seat for Miss Brown today in the church. She has a new baby, and we're gonna pull together to get her a car seat. You see, when you see Jamaicans dead on the road, guys, a man will come on him phone. That God look on his head.
Not helping.
Not even that. We're not supposed to show bodies on film. Now let me educate you. 200,000 people died in Haiti. And the media show the bodies. They say, black people, our life is not credited as life, even among ourselves. Say, me see a man of us is dead with the head. The minute you see that, take off your shirt and cover him. Spiritually, you're not supposed to look at the dead face. You're not supposed to look at a man with bullet in his head and film it and say, Lord God, look on it. No, you're transferring the trauma from there to here to another person to state. So if me not come and educate them and say, no, the colonial masters did not shoot. How much YouTube or video you see where you see white people dead with blood and shot in their head? You don't see it.
Because they're not showing it.
Because they see their life as important. And because we were lynched, beaten, hung from tree, and we don't even honor each other, we lose our spirituality. When we're dead, we went to Negril and a woman drowned, and the people them surround the woman's body and just look on it. And nobody cover it. Trauma. This is a trauma hospital. And we act like everything good, you know. It's not good. Because there is nowhere in life you see a dead. When we see the video with the bus cars, the government need to ban. And you know, and here's the problem with the system and the YouTube and them. You see, when them say certain color people dead and blood, them ban the video them. This when black people are send them things there.
They no ban it.
Them no ban it. Because you must constantly see your people get shot in the head. It must become normal for you when you see death of your own. It must become normal. That's part of the thing. When you're in Africa, you see them kill the people, you see them just bungle them from above. Have you ever seen a bungle of Chinese in a one bungle?
Never.
Have you ever seen a bungle of people in Africa where them shoot and kill?
You see it on YouTube.
So we have to understand as a people, we're fighting our own traumatic experience, and we are big man, we need to start talk out against it.
Yeah, man, we need to adjust.
As a good prime minister, you have the power with YouTube to take off gun off a youth video. In a video, you have the power, Mr. Prime Minister. He's a big man. You know what you have to do. You know say him have to say. No, Randy, right? We have the power to change this country. So if you can't change it, somebody needs to come else and come change it. Cause no gun, no youth. Suppose I have no gun on no video in a Jamaica. Kind of Botswana, it can't happen. We are promote trauma and killing because you accept the orders of your colonial masters, so you promote it. And you ignore it like say, it don't affect us. We must have more mental institutions. We must study psychology, how people are suffer mentally. We're not supposed to see dead body ground in a video. We're not supposed to see. We're not supposed to have picnic on bike with women without help. We're not supposed to see them things there.
But they must have on the helmet of the bike.
So the Prime Minister have power to say, look, no more music video
Promoting violence.
Him can't do it, you know? If him call YouTube and say, look here, anything that come from Jamaica, yes, sir? Anything that come from the IP with any gun, we don't promote gun in music with young. So what do you think you them? Brother, it's going to take a serious man to run to change this country. You know? A man will really understand psychology. Because everything starts from the mind. From how them to plan food to survive. From how them not to promote gun, from how them not to take a picture of a dead body. Everything will become numb, you know, brother. So now, from last week when the accident happened, and then everybody see the picture then, you know, everybody walk around with trauma, you know, brother.
Traumatized. People know they go on the travel and a person they want to go on a bus front seat. Randy,
the reason I'm passionate, you know, because I understand what our people is going through, but because of the struggle of poverty and things. Well, I'm not worried, I'm tough. Man, these are the soft man. You see, let me tell you something about me. I go to university, and and it was a Caucasian man who showed me certain things. And one time I say, yo, man, I have about 50 pick-me. And the man looked at me and said, yo, you better you have 2 and take care of 2 of them than 50. Do the right thing. And that man they saved me enough from just go around and just have pick-me. He teach me, man, show me a way. And then when we look how them talk to them, pick-me. Hey sweetie, would you like some of this? Be positivity towards them, pick-me. Say, sir, me and my brother have kids. Hey sweetie, nice. Come over here, so we don't do that. Because we're parents used to do that. Come over here, so you know ice cream, pop it nice. Aggressive. Hug, good. So the people them don't learn that. So when we look at other cultures that were not enslaved, them kids grow up free and conquer the world. You know what you know, they grow nice and smiling and happy. They can conquer the world. They can't do anything. Why, top of nice, your head too big. A sister and friend of mine, a teacher, just tell us him here plan so him can't date the girl. Her daughter. The teacher tell the youth on the Zoom. And I put like family of mine. And then tell the youth say, nobody now go hire him with the twist like that. Drama! And when the sister tell me,
judge you by your appearance.
That's Jamaica, that's the breadfruit mentality.
True. Yeah, people
we
judge
black
by
outside,
this. People judge by this.
Inside, we're black outside, but inside, we're colonial people. So that mental slavery trauma, no matter what.
Always a trauma.
So then you know, remember the good hair problem, the bleaching problem. The Prime Minister have a ability to what? Ban bleaching cream. But he make the Chinese them do it more. Trauma! When you used to do bleaching. Trauma! Trauma, Gaza! But you have been saved!
No, we just realize that's a life. Life is all about experience some other stuff, but what I experience the wrong stuff in life. What I experience the wrong stuff in life, but let me tell you something. You know when you're something, you know you do something wrong, and you see say you do something wrong, and you don't go back but do it again, just to become wrong. If you do it the first time, you say you make a mistake and you correct yourself. Because in life you have to do something to know what is what. When you continue to do it, it becomes more than a mistake. Because you did it the first time and know that it was wrong. And you continue to do it. But if you do it and you correct yourself, it's okay. You educate your own self, so come on, we do the right thing. So do the right thing, the positive thing. So Randy, we have that stuff in life to correct yourself and see the journey of life. Because if you don't go there, you can experience the journey of life. You're not going to know what is there. You cannot take a person and say, yo, you know what is red? You have to see it for yourself. You say, alright, January, you know this, but I see it and I experience it. See, I've forget another person experience what is life is all about. As I said, teach me how to fishing. That means I have to beg you how to fishing because you teach me how to do it.
There's two folds to it. A man can experience life, and a man who knows life can teach that man life without that man going on that experience.
That's true.
So there's two ways to look at it. Now the Prime Minister is like our father.
Because our leader, we set him to lead.
So now if you know you're leading a traumatic nation because you went to the psychologist, you had a meeting with them, and they said to you, Prime Minister, the crime is because of this trauma, and the statistics have shown, and this was father. All the criminals who committed these crimes didn't have a father, and all these women, some of these women were raped, and you get your psychologists together, because we have them in Jamaica, and you have a meeting and a summit. If I were Prime Minister, every day I have my think tank together. Why is this country having so much crime? And then when him don't know, him said, we have trauma. The faith is good, but the faith is a cover-up. You need psychological help. And what we did with the faith-based system is to replace the psychologists. We can't do that. Because the psychologists study modern day problem and based on modern day condition. Right now where it happened, the psychologist will talk to the person about what happened between that person and them brother. When me hear so one of my family I go towards a knife to stab up his sister and then him go with machete. When me hear so that you they do that, trauma. So then when I say to the father, which is the prime minister, get your psychologists together, and then what you start do now, you start seeing where the trauma people and change the laws towards where the trauma is, so they can. It's like the people that are baby sometime, you know. And the reason we have laws is to help the babies to navigate the environment. And that's what police are. Police are an extension of the leader to enforce what the leader wants done for the safety. Remember we talk about safety, brother. I'm just not screaming. Come on and hear me. Safety of the baby. Before you even feed the baby, is the baby safe? What is the sense getting food for the baby and shelter if the baby is not safe? Baby dead. So our leader's responsibility is to know that psychologically we deal with a problem in Jamaica. From car seat to people on bikes without helmets, and the police make the look about them gone. And then they end up in a hospital and we have to pay the fee for these accidents and foolishness. In America, they correct these things because they see a trend. Jamaicans and the smart ones and go, you need to study trends. You know they get to you them and do the killing. Them fatherless. So if you don't fix the mind, you know, if you don't give them the education, and if you don't reduce the trauma, you know, you're not going to reduce the crime. So now we have a bus accident. It's just every day Jamaicans are hustling. Money become more important than safety. You see me? So now the car tire, I talk to the bus man and I said, did you check the bus this morning? And get the pass. Everything good. Yeah. Our bus, check. Before we go to the mountain, we check the engine, we check the engine oil. We check the tire. How many I'm going to interrupt you? By law, all these buses, do they check the tire with a service company every week? And you have to come. Is there a bus park police, a man that come in and get your car? Examiner. An examiner. Is there one in the bus park? You have examiner come at the park. And how often do they check the buses? Tires, for example. Examiner, you cannot study when them come because a lot of persons know examiner come in. All right. So now, this place that had the accident, the examiner and the politicians and the government and the law and the transportation minister responsibility is to enforce the weekly check of the buses. There's something called MTA in America. Jamaica have a free reign with taxi man a do him thing. Man a grow chicken and feed them anything they want to feed them. Jamaica now have to now bring it in. You can't drive a bus until you have a card and the examiner is your code. And the driver responsible for the people. And the engineer will fix the train in New York responsible for the people. Before the driver there is what? The man will build the train track. You know? So there's an order, but before that, the director of the MTA will allocate money to fix the train line and him in charge and the baby on the train, you know, brother. That's how it works in Gaza. So then we go to the Prime Minister and say, how did you not enforce these examiners to examine these bus tires every week? You see what I say? You see how the system of it change? So whenever them lose 8 lives in a foreign, you know what them do? All the family them sue the government. Lawsuit. That's how foreign working. That's how Jamaica go for working. Because no, who's accountable for these deaths? So there's no accountability for these deaths. Because somebody has to protect the driver. him can oversee something. I don't feel for him. Oversight. Because you is doing something for the public, but the director of transportation did not. And it might sound like Randy, uncharted authority, then we come shut you up. But let me tell you something. You see them 8 people that were dead? How much dead?
5.
See the 5 people that were dead? We're going to wait for 5 more dead? You see? You see what we look on it? We're going to wait for 5 more dead? And that is the thing with black people. It happened, we'll let it go. When this teacher talk to this youth and tell them, say, you're hearing all right, I wouldn't make my daughter date you.
Can I, remember, we're born with the hair, don't we?
Yeah.
So what's wrong with you grow your hair?
Colonial system tell us say the nappiness no good. Chris Rock have a film called Good Hair. Every Jamaican needs it, you see, because the Jamaicans are mostly colonial minds. They're not at the stage yet where most African Americans are. We're in the school. Them say you can't be Rasta, you have to cover up your head.
A school in ban a liquor girl come out here because of the Rasta. What happened? What's wrong with your hair? You can join the police force with a retaliator. You should can't go into any business with your ear.
Yeah.
Because it's here. That is your right. Your human right. You don't need to cut your ear to please nobody.
We're not there yet as a country. Jamaica is about 10 or 15 years behind the free mind people. So even the institution are still British based in school. That's why you see the police car have the stripe on it. It's British.
Okay. So we still have the rule on that.
Yeah, man. Yes. So it means. No, I'm good. So being ruled under the system, right? The people who take the orders have the British mindset. So they don't care about the people. So they're not going to change nothing because in the British system don't care about black people, or else thousands of hospitals will be here. There will be a welfare system for the elders. You see what I'm saying? You see how them take care for them people in England? Health care free for the elders. You see how them nice?
So they're not treat really nice.
Come on, bro. When we think slavery manifests itself in a different way, and the wind that blow thing, authenticate the thing. You see me? So Gaza, what we are dealing with, you know, and this is a long break, we have to talk them levels here, you know, because if we just sit down and talk about foolishness, if my life and my breath is about foolishness, brother, why me I breathe? I'm not sit down in a car with you and make people laugh. But I have friends where grandmother dead because they couldn't get them to the hospital on time. Prime Minister, you could have easily make taxi man have a like a red thing on top of him car and him in the neighborhood and you give him a pass and you make the nurse them become certified in the neighborhood when they build an app so that
you have nurse come through the neighborhood, you know. You have nurse come through and check. But the emergency, I tell you, you have some donkey, the emergency, you have some camera, you have some camera and donkey to you know. Like, once you have an emergency, we can't stop an emergency. Once you put on an emergency, move it. But in Jamaica now, right now you see traffic here, a car come and blow and you have the amber light. Flash that emergency is coming fast. You need for you to let him through. You watch it in the watch it. And the car blow beep beep beep. And what you see him.
Trauma.
You don't want to let him through till the person get aggressive and all. Because we know, we learn that from school. What the amber light can be, you have to know the different type. Once you see a car come fast, and you have an amber light, that is emergency, the whole of it, that is emergency. You see my chance of an amber light, that means there's something wrong with the car. So you're not moving fast, so you can go wrong. You understand? So a person will hear the fire truck come. Woo! Fast are coming and you're still not letting him through. You don't care. You hear the ambulance are come, you know, let him. You have some person have don't care mentality. You teach them, you educate them about certain stuff and them still don't care. So we cannot blame the premise on certain. Some person need, some person just. As I say, we have
Trauma.
charm. But Randy, life. Back in the day when your grandmothers, old times parents would say, you might bring the donkey to the well to give him water, but you cannot force him to drink it. You understand?
Now here's the thing. Change and balance. That a taxi should be trained with a little red magnetic thing on top of the car and put it on it. The nurses, in the future, I know, because we'll build a future to people. With an app, if there's an emergency, you can go on the app and see where all the nurses and the oxygen container tanks are in your neighborhood. So you can take granite to that stop and then the ambulance go. You see what I'm saying? That's how it happened in the 1800s. When Granny did sick in the 1800s, you know, said the doctor come on a horse, but the doctor was close. But them didn't know where the doctor is. Do you know where the doctor is in your neighborhood right now? No. So you depend on the hospital. But imagine that 1800, when they might have baby, call Dr. Brown. The doctors were all over.
Dr. Brown is 5 minutes away, he's coming.
And even if Dr. Brown is 6 miles an hour, but the horse and buggy Dr. Brown in a better. Imagine. And imagine we go back. Imagine that. And the woman of the baby, and she crying out. And Dr. Brown and the horse said, and then I go over baby, my brother. Me born in my yard in Manchester, Norway, you know. A midwife give birth to me, you know. In the hospital, Randy never come out in the hospital, you know. And in the yard, Randy come out, you know, brother. That's how me turn out, so, you know.
Samurai.
Me free. So a midwife give birth to me. So me authentic. The hospital ward, I know, Catholic boy, they say, oh, bless him, under the name of my born in a nature in my yard. Cure it. Babylon never catch me. So me ask to you is this. In the future, Jamaica, an app is going to allow this grandmother to have safety, and we can have a COVID app, we can have an app for emergency. And contact a nurse. So she don't have to come on a bug, you know. She go on the app and you see all the taxi men nearby, but have the red light on them thing. And they're authenticated to go fast. So when you see the taxi man here come, you know say somebody's sick.
Emergency.
And him can go to a container. And the nurse can meet him there. And she can apply oxygen to the elder and an IV. And then the ambulance will take 30 minutes or an hour to come. Then it can come. So we as health, again, you have to hear about the people then. You have to have the mind, you have to say, at 2021, no. What get me passionate more time is because we are moving our future, but we not act like we're not a damn future. And the 1800 was better than 2021.
Basically, in our own country, we are slavery one another. We're judging each other. You understand?
This is a company. Jamaica is a corporation. The CEO and the leaders the CEO has around him is responsible for the corporation. You can enforce anything in a corporation. You can allocate funds for security. The bus pass can have bus check every week if we want to. Because you know what? We just tested the corporation. We locked down the whole thing on the weekend. And you know why we locked it down? Because the world tells us. We never take the initiative to lock down Jamaica ever. So imagine that. So now we exercise our power to lock down. We can exercise our power to do other things.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
This is a corporation. You work for me. Every Jamaican work for Jamaica. And if you think that you don't care, we're going to make you care. That's to build Jamaica. No, you see what I'm saying? So the one them when I'm bend, we are going to bend them. You dig? Because the slave master used to bend them and beat them. And that's when, so when them come out of slavery now, you know, When I take no talk from no Babylon. So them even have music, Babylon. So them not even look when the government is good. The government is bad. Only when the government go and vote and give them money. Yeah, you know, say a party I may deal with. But you see when them, so we know say them ignorant and the people them tegeric and them not pay taxes and but hire them and make them enforce it. It is a re-education system for the program. You see what we are doing? They might listen to it and say, but the youth is smart. And the youth is around the country. We can't say 2030 come. And youth still a drive one bike without helmet and man still a carry baby in a car without car seat. And then when, hey, you see when you go Thailand, you see when you go Japan, you see when you go Botswana, you see when you go New York, brother, you see when you travel. The problem is the transportation leader, them not travel often enough to see how it's done. You must take ideas from yourself and implement it yourself. But they're satisfied with their thinking in Jamaica, so it's 15 years backwards. And we can't keep doing that because this is 2021. When you watch the futuristic movie them and you see car fly and hover this and that. Jamaica say, why the world, looking at China right now, everybody has an app. We track them if they take the COVID. So China keep moving. The blessings about Jamaica is that this COVID thing is being enforced by the people. So there's good news about this one. The people protect them. You see when it comes to health, because them can't afford doctors, them protect themselves from the, you know, everybody want a mask more time.
Body wear their mask, man. People keep their surrounded clean. You know. Jamaica keep it surrounded clean. You know.
You see. So today's talk was more a passion from me. Come here, see. I see no Gaza. And me might never be Prime Minister, but we give them the information where they need. Because we, the people, can help them to understand better. Because we want people. One country. And we want people, right? So if we not talk it, and we not say it constructively, and no people go back but sleep when after them hear this. Pass me the money and I'm funny. Baby. But there's difference between warriors and men. There's difference between warriors and men. We are warriors. And once you accept the responsibility as a warrior, as a leader, you must inspire, you must protect, and you must change, Prime Minister. I don't care which party, because you say JGL up on top of the pyramid, JGL, Jamaica Good Life. It's a spiritual entity. And PNP don't have stuff, and JLP don't have stuff. And we're going to keep applying pressure to two of them. If we want Jamaica.
But then do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Are we good? Show us to call Mr. Bro.
Oh, Mr. Bro is on the phone. We call Eccleston. We call Eccleston?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, call Eccleston.
He's on the phone. Alright.
We're trying to get Mr. Brown, son of Abel Brown, and our brother Eccleston. We're getting him, giving him a shout out.
Now I want to show you a lady. And I want to talk about this lady. This lady is part of our team. The reason why I'm passionate now more than ever, her name is Caroline Jean Atchison. I'm going to pronounce this right, so I'm going to call her Caroline for now. This lady is part of Jamaica Good Life. The reason why I'm more passionate than anything, because this lady passed. And this lady, she was actually Gaza packing a barrel for us.
For us, for Jamaica Good Life.
She believes in
Show
agenda unit, not sure. This lady, Caroline, in honor of you being a part of our network, I'm gonna show the picture better later. But this lady passed. And we honor you, we love you and your family and Eccleston. We do this show for the safety of Jamaica in her name.
In her name.
We do this show in her name because one of our soldiers, our sister soldiers, died. And this is why from now on,
Condolence.
we send condolence to the family forever.
We want to pray.
Because one of our soldiers is no longer with us in the flesh but in the spirit. So the wind is blowing and we know that you're here with us. So we're not going to give up the fight and we're not going to joke out the thing, because in your name, as a mother, we love you, Caroline. Alright? Love.
Thank you to be with us.